What's going on, everybody? We're gonna continue on this sculpt I started. It's going to kind of be like a dragon angel, or angel of dragons, something like that. We're gonna do quite a bit to it. And let's see what we can get done today. I'm just setting everything up real quick. Alright, let's get started. What's going on, everybody? How are you all? Alright, I wanted to work on the face a little bit more, so I'm going to solo this out. And let's go in with the clay tool. And I'm just going to build up a little bit of these forms and see how exactly I want to do this. Let's go into the scene menu, click add, and add a sphere. We're going to use this as the eyeballs. So I'll bring that forward. Can't grab the arrows. There we go. We're going to scale this down and just bring this into place. Getting it to show up on the other side so you can have it perfectly mirrored. Over here, we're just going to click mirror. And it looks like we are out of symmetry, so we're going to have to fix that because it's not being perfectly mirrored. See that? How the symmetry is off? So if I click on the face, let's try to move this to the world origin, see if that fixes it. Then we can move this up. And let's solo out of this. Let's go up and over, see if that helps. And it looks like it's going to be in symmetry now. The rest of the body was not in symmetry, that's why. That's okay, we need it to be so. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Okay, let's move this down. Let's see if those eyes line up now. Yes, they do line up now, you see? That's better. Now we just need to line up the rest of the body. So these wings, we need to make sure those are in symmetry. Let's see how we're doing this. This is in a mirror, so that should be good. This body, we can throw this a little bit more over, along with the arms. Let's make sure the arms are in a mirror. They are. So we can just move the body over, I believe. And this. There we go. We'll fix everything else. That's fine. We'll have to figure that out. Move that over. Okay, let's go back to the head here and see what we want to do with this. I need to consider when this is 3D printing how I'm going to make this work out. I think if I kind of make the horns come straight down, I can tie them into something else because I don't want them to print in the middle of the air because I want to be able to use no supports. So we need to make this kind of come down this way. So if you're looking at it from the side, if we solo it, we can attach it to something down here so it can just print layer by layer upwards. So we're going to do something more like this. We could even make it touch like the back of the neck. So we could do much longer horns and we could just make it kind of touch the back of the neck here. Tie in this way. I think I like that. We need to thicken this up a little bit so it's not so breakable. And we'll make it touch down here. That would look a little more natural. We can even build up the neck material so we can kind of get away with a little bit more. Actually, I don't like that so much. We're going to build up the wings. That's how we'll do it. We're going to build up the wings so that the wings are kind of touching down here. Sorry guys, I'm not quite looking at the chat too much because it's kind of out of my way. the way that I'm signed up, but it is a paid app. It is $15, and then you own it. How you doing, Rachel? Bits and pieces. I'm not able to look too much, so but welcome. Because I'm also set up streaming in a different way, so I'm not able to like, it's kind of interfering with my other setup, so I have it out of the way so it's not in my other frame. Yes, I do this. This is an iPad. Alright, let's go something like this. Let's shorten this up. In fact, let's go here. Let's undo. I really liked, I think it was like right here. No, I don't like that. I mean, I like this the most. So let's just do this. We'll just tilt it back this way a little bit. I'm happy with that. And then we're going to make that touch something. We'll build up the wings, or we'll do something to make it touch. We're going to do it that way. We're going to bring these in here. Into this eyebrow ridge. And we're going to be turning this into a planter. We'll do a normal statue, and then we're going to turn this into a bust statue as well. So basically, once I'm done with this, I'm going to put this in a radial repeat, and I'll put 3 or 4 of them, and then I'm going to make like a basket out of it. It'll be on the outside of a hanging planter basket. Alright, let's see. I kind of like the shape of the wings. I wonder what it would look like if I kind of drag this out a little bit more. Give it just a little bit more wingspan. I'm going to put snakes coming out of it, coming up this way, so I'm going to have to do a snake head in a little bit. What's going on, Kate? Yeah, early stream. I haven't streamed on this platform in quite a while, but I want to get back into it a little bit. I've been doing a lot of 3D printing sculptures. Here's something I just made. It's a snail skull as a planter. Appreciate that, thank you. And here's a planter I made that's from Elden Ring. Let's go ahead, and I want to tie the body. I want to tie the body into the head, I think. Just kind of looking a little bit. In fact, let's leave the body there. Yeah, let's leave the body. Let's clone it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color so I can see what's happening. I'm going to make it kind of like a tannish. Let's change this. I'm going to click drag. We're going to make this into like more or less clothing. So we're just going to kind of drag this out here. Here. Let's voxel remesh so we can add a little bit more geometry into this and clean it up. We're going to smooth this out. I'm going to go with the inflate tool. And I think I'm going to cut a lot of this off and add like a normal dragon belly on it. We'll have to see. But let's go ahead and sort of make this look like clothing. So we're gonna add some like ripples down here. Let's turn off symmetry right here. I'm going to flare out the bottom. Let's flare this out too. Let's go a little less intense with a bigger brush size. I'm going to use crease, and we're going to click invert. So instead of making a divot into the material, it's going to kind of bring it all to a point. I'll show you what I mean. And that's going to make the bottom of that kind of sharp. That way we can define the outside edge of that. Let's go into the crease tool. Let's sort of crease some of this. We're going to make it look like actual clothing. There we go. I want to see how I want to do this, because I think I definitely want a dragon type stomach, so like very scaly. I don't have an example near me, but we're gonna see. I don't know how I want to mix clothing with that. I'm gonna go into the stamp tool. I have an alpha map that will make the textures look a lot like clothing. And textiles, right here, this one. Let me go into the alpha and reset. Let me reset all this. Okay, there we go. Let's smooth this out. Watch what happens. So once I stamp this on, it's gonna help a lot. Just kind of naturally look like clothing. We need to go into the filters and turn off front facing vertex only, so we don't get clipped edges. And once I get this in here, I can smooth it out so it's not so aggressive, but this will help me get the waviness in general, and then I can kind of go from there. So I can smooth this out, but now we have a lot of that like uneven, natural looking cloth, sort of. It still needs a lot of touching up. Let's go into the drag tool, and we're gonna try to kind of equalize all these bends so it looks naturally flowing rather than like really jagged and messed up. Hey Alien, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's been a very long time. I've been very good. Been very, very good. Alright, we need this to come in this way. So it's like the back is arched. There we go. That's better. This can flow out backwards. Kind of get this coming out this way. I feel like I kind of want it to come more to a point. I don't know, something about it is off. I think more to a point would be better. In fact, let's see what happens if we make it like come to a point like extremely. Let's just see what happens if the whole thing narrows towards the bottom. I think that's actually better. Yeah, I like that more because it's got like a natural, it's got more of a dragon vibe because I can make the belly thicker right here, and I can cut out some of these robes and actually show like the dragon scales. I just don't want to make it look pregnant instead of a dragon. Yes, this is Nomad Sculpt King Baby. Alright, I'm going to smooth this. I'm going to go shut this door that just popped open. Let's smooth this. I'm going with a very aggressive smooth tool to kind of equalize some of these bends. It just looks way too out of place. And it looks very pregnant. That's better. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Appreciate that, Bits. Alright, I want to work on, maybe we can make a skull. That would be fun to watch. Or not a skull, but like a snake head. Because what's going to happen is I'm basically going to have this wing built out of snakes coming up this way, out of the wing. So let's go ahead and make a snake skull real quick. I'm going to click on the scene menu, click add. We're going to add a sphere. Let me change this song. I'm going to scale this down. Let's validate the shape. Use the drag tool to start. Now I'm doing this based off memory. I'm not really looking at any kind of reference photo. So we're going to start here. We're going to make a very aggressive looking snake. Something like that. I want the mouth to be open, so let's like very hinged. I'm going to crease. We'll crease this here so we can start to find that mouth. And then I think we're going to hinge it right here. This will be like where it breaks open. So I'm going to take the brush tool with subtract on. Let's go ahead and open up that mouth. So I'm going to start to eat into this right here. So I can start to see where that separates. And to get that to stop from breaking, you see how it turns yellow? That means that it's breaking. What I'm going to do is voxel remesh. That'll fix it up a little bit, and then I can continue to modify this. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. It's a very like sloppy start, but the geometry will clean up, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I want the mouth to be open here quite a lot. Something like that. Very more shallow. So like we're gonna do one of these. That might be good. Welcome in, everybody. So we're gonna do that there like that. Let's go ahead and find where the eyes are gonna be. That will give us a lot of information for this. So maybe somewhere like right here. Very tiny eyes. Maybe right here. I think they need to be a little closer. Maybe we can make it more like right here. That might be good. So let's build this up. Let's build up under here. We're going to take away some material, actually. Right here, we're going to take away some material. And then we'll add right here. So we can find that bottom of the eye. I'm going to bring that right there. Use the crease tool. and shape the form of the head. So, hey Google, send Roomba home. So we'll just kind of crease right in here. I'm gonna drag this back so I can start to see the rest of the snake, like where it might come from. Maybe something like that. Let's move that so it's not so weird. Alright, so I don't know if the fangs are going to work out, but let's add 2 fangs. Use the tube tool with the path option. Green dot to get it to show up, and we're going to click on mirror to get it to go to the other side. Click radius so we can play with the radius at each point, and sharpen these up into fangs. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep these because of 3D printing. We might need to like play around with it to get it to work, but we're gonna see what we can do. Let's click on smooth and smooth the top of this up here. Then here. That's good. Let's click on scene menu, add. Let's add a sphere, and we're going to bring that right into the eye sockets we made. Scale that down. Mirror it. Scale it way down. Very small eyes. Right here. Robin, what's going on? How are you? Let's move this in. There we go. We'll scale it up a little bit more. All right, this needs to get fixed up here. Let's work on the mouth a little bit. We're gonna drag this up. There we go. Let's use clay. Let's eat away some of the material in the top of the mouth. We need to fix the shape of this. I don't know how it needs to be fixed, so let's just kind of play around and figure that out. But like this is off. Maybe a little more rounded. I don't know. A little more down here. Let's fix the fangs, bring them in, scale them down. Let's try, why aren't they scaling properly? What if we change the pivot to center? Okay, now it scales properly. Been way too long, Doodle. How you been, man? Yeah, we're all very well. We're doing very, very good. I've been working on my Patreon a lot, mostly posting to places like Facebook and streaming on places like YouTube, Facebook, and everything. But I've been doing very well. Alright, let's see if these things can get moved out a little. No. So let's work on this jaw more before we try to mess with that too much. I think if we kind of bring the cheek in over here, it's going to look a lot better. And then same with this. if we bring the jaw out back here, I see. So let's bring this out back here. And we can get rid of a little bit of the material underneath the eye. I think this is a little too fatty, perhaps, right here. We can adjust the eyeball. Move it up, move it in. That's good. Now, I want to really unhinge this right here. Like, I don't know what I mean by unhinged, but I want it to look very obviously like it can open up very, very wide if it needs to. And then this needs to remove some material right here, I think. No, yeah, right in here needs to kind of. Okay, I want to separate the jaw from the little, like, membrane part. Here, I don't know how to explain what it is. I don't know what it is, but I need to, like, separate here so that this is the actual jaw down here. And we need to kind of straighten this out, bring that in. It needs to skinny up, skinnier than the top. Nope, I don't like that change. There we go. That helps. Let's smooth this out a little bit. Let's use the inflate tool. Kind of bring this back out. We're going to inflate down here. We're trying to find the jaw is what we're doing here. Let's use a smaller brush so it's not so thick. I need to center my camera. There we go. Alright, I think what I need to do is this needs to get dragged in. Let's solo this so I can see better. This needs to get dragged in this way, right here. Let's turn normal off. That bottom jaw. This also is a little aggressive. And then we need to bring this out. That's smooth. No, not ZBrush. This is called Nomad Sculpt. Let's smooth this out some. We're gonna move the this in, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the crease tool on this, and it'll make it look a lot better. Let's inflate it first, because when I crease it, if I don't inflate it, it's gonna start breaking because it's so thin. Okay, let's go ahead and voxel remesh everything, clean up some of the geometry, and I'm gonna smooth this out. to be able to bring this back because this should not be that far. Let's trim this. Maybe that'll help. So if we kind of go here, maybe, how can I do this? Let's turn on lazy rope stabilizer with a little stroke smoothing. There we go, that's better. And then if I smooth this here, it'll kind of equal out. We can get rid of this material right here. And then this is going to look more appropriate. Creasing right here is going to help. Creasing right here is going to help. And then we know where the jaw connects. The jaw connects right here. So we're going to make an apparent like gum line jawbone right here. So this is where it connects. Which means I can get rid of some of this material, maybe. Let's see what happens if I do. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's smooth that out. And then crease right here. Let's crease in here on this. And then I'm gonna, let's crease one more time. Let's make it like very apparent. Let's go very aggressive with the creasing. We're going to just inflate this a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Very good. We can voxel remesh everything, and we're going to lightly smooth over it so it's not so aggressive. We'll smooth right here. Too much. Let's bring this down to 22%. Soften this just a little. That's better. This one specifically, let's soften this. Looks a little off. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. Very kind. Sorry if I have missed other gifts. Let's go ahead and fix the top of this. That looks good. And I think we're pretty much done with it. We don't need to do too much to the snake because it's going to be a small detail. So we don't have to make it overly detailed. We'll add a scale pattern with an alpha brush. So don't go anywhere. I will show you that in just a second. And we're going to start putting that on the wings. Let's smooth right here. Get this to equalize a little bit. We want this to equalize. first, what happened to this? Are we out of symmetry, or did we just lose the mirror on the eye? Where's the other one? No, it's there. We lost symmetry somehow. Translation. Okay, I see. We don't need that translation. We need this one. We need to set this to 0. I don't know how that happened. And then we can move the eyes. I think we're still in symmetry though. Let me check to see if we're still in symmetry. So if I click on this, go in the symmetry panel, and split and mirror, we are out of symmetry a little. So let's try going this way. I think that's going to be easier to work with. And then going in here into the translation, make sure we are good. We are. Yeah, we're at 0. So why is this off? The mirror, let's make sure the mirror is at 0. It is. So this should not be off then. We are at 2.1k likes. Hey Jerry, how are you? So good to see you. Let's just bring it back. I think it's okay if we're not in symmetry. Sort of. Let's at the very least bring this to 0. And I think we'll leave it like that. Put the eyes back in place. And fix this. Let's make these a little smaller right here. With a little bit more of a curve. Little smaller. There we go. See if we can kind of put these out on the edge of the mouth. Maybe right there. There we go. Yeah, it's been a very long time. It's been a while since I have live streamed here on TikTok. Many months. Wonder. Nope, don't like that. I think the curve should go this way. What do you think? And then let's get a couple on the bottom. So we're just going to clone this shape here. Move it down. Rotate it. And let's make them much smaller. There we go. I think that's an appropriate size. Just bring it to the edge of the mouth. Let's bring them in a little bit. with a little bit less curve. We'll do like an outward curve. That'll be good. Okay, let's fix the eyes. Let's build up around the eyes, I think. Let's move them back, make them smaller. Take the drag tool and let's kind of, we'll do that. That already looks better. Let me use clay, just kind of add in a little bit. And we'll crease right here. Drag this over the eye, turn off normal. No, that don't look good. Let's smooth this right here. That's better. And with a small smooth brush, little intensity, we'll smooth this out. Right, let's add on some scale pattern. Before we do, let's go ahead and fix the body. Let's add on a little bit of scale pattern to the head. So for that, I'll use the brush tool probably. And let's go into the brush, let's go into the alpha map. Let's see what I have for dragon textures. Maybe this one. We're gonna need more geometry. Let's subdivide this. Actually, before we do this, let's go to the quad remesher. Remesh this so we can have clean geometry on the whole object. So you can see now we have very clean geometry on this, and we can subdivide. Subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. That'll give us very good geometry. Let's add small intensity. And I'm going to need to add a stroke spacing. Let's go about 25% maybe. And let's turn up the intensity on this. That might be a little too aggressive. Let's turn that down. Let's check different patterns too. Maybe there's something a little better for snakes. Maybe this. That might be okay. Yeah, very close for this. This is a little too aggressive though. I don't like it. Let's look at some other patterns I have. This might be good. Maybe we can drag this out a little more. Smooth this right here. Because for whatever reason this got very sharp. I don't really know why. I think maybe I stuck, when I did the symmetry on it, I think I might have accidentally kept it when I didn't mean to. There we go. 2K more. We are at 8.2K likes. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. actually looks very good. Let's just make it a little thicker. Like a little more rounded. Nope. Wonder what happens if I inflate it before I do the scales. Maybe that's it. That sharp curve right here makes it look very aggressive. I think that might be what I'm looking for. See, we're not in symmetry or something, because we keep on losing our symmetry, and it's really annoying. I don't know why. We keep on losing something. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate the paper crane. Good to see you. Let's go in here to Gizmo tool. Let's move this. Okay, it's not that. Is it this mirror that is off? No, because it would have to be all of the mirrors. That is perfectly center. This is in symmetry. So what is off? It's in symmetry and it's in the middle of the world. Let's just try and move origin and see if that fixes it. No, it did not. Maybe it is these. Let me check the mirror on this. No, that did not get moved. I don't know, maybe it is just the mirrors. I'm gonna figure that out later. I don't want to like bog down the live stream. You know what, maybe it's no, group auto, that should be correct. My pivot is not locked. Yeah, nothing is pinned. Okay, I don't know. Let's go into the brush tool. Let's find that pattern. Let's try this one. That is good. Let's do this one. And I'm going to probably soften it up around the face. But we'll keep this like this for now. That's good. Whoa, thank you so much for the confetti gift. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. We reached 9.9k likes. Thank you guys. Alright, so what I wanted to do with this Let's just take the eyes, this mirror, let's just validate the mirror. Let's uninstance and let's just move the eyes into place. How they should be. That's fine. Let's take the fangs and do the same thing. Mirror, validate, uninstance, and let's just move these where they belong. Go for like right there. And then for these, let's go ahead and move these. I'm going to, they already are validated. So let's just move them over and back probably. Maybe like right there. That's good. And it looks like I need to push them down into the gums a little bit more. Alright, let's take all of this, select, let's move this. Oops, let's select it. And let's move this over here. This is what we're going to use it for. It's going to be coming out of the wings, so like I said, it's a small detail. And I'm going to put it in a mirror, and then I'm going to build a body around it. And I'm going to do several of these, and then I'll also probably put some skulls in the wings. So we need this to kind of come up this way, and maybe even this way. Looks like I might need to remove the fangs, depending on how we can orient this, and if we can like mess around with it to make it so I don't need any kind of support structure on it, because I want this to be no supports for 3D printing. Let's see if we can end the wings a little bit more tilted in this direction, up here. So that we can take, oh, I lost all my snake stuff. Okay, let's hide the wing. Select all this. Let's group this so that I don't have to play around with it. And let's unhide that snake wing. There we go. Okay, we're gonna select this group and move it. I think you see what we're trying to do. Should be good. Yeah, this program is called Nomad Sculpt. I wonder which way should we face the snake? As forward as we can, so you can see it this way. And then maybe we have to kind of make them face in towards each other. And we need this on the tip of the wing, and we're going to make that body come down the wing. These will be like the horns on the edge of the wing. And I'm going to go into my scene menu. let's save this. Let's add to scene. No, let's import. Add to scene, iCloud Drive. I have a skull here. This is just a skeleton. Let's add it into our scene. Okay, good. Let's scale this up. Let's get rid of everything except for the skull. Let's delete this. I want this skull, and I want the mouth to be open. So let's kind of open that up. And I'm going to subdivide this. Subdivide this. Yeah, it's not too easy to sculpt wings. It can be difficult for sure. We're going to select the skull. And let's move that into the wing. We're going to snap this to 90 degrees, rotate it. Scale it down. We're gonna add a lot of skulls like this. Kind of like tormented type of deal. And we're gonna make it flow with the direction of the wing. I think I might want it a little smaller in comparison. Something like that is fine. And we're gonna do a few of these. I might also do a couple faces that aren't skulls. I don't know. Let's take these two. Let's add that into a group. And let's move it. Let's clone it, I mean. I just cloned the group. I don't want that. I want this and this. Add that into a group, and then I want to clone that group. There we go. Okay, it's doing the same thing. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, we'll get a couple faces in there too, so it can kind of have some unique stuff to it. And then I'm gonna twist the snakes all around everything in like a fractal pattern. I need a little water. Okay, let's take this group. I want to put this inside of a mirror. That way it shows up on the other side. And then same for these two groups. This. Okay, we're gonna put this group inside of a mirror also. That way we can keep doing everything on both sides. Alright, but I think for now I might take a break on this here. I think I'm going to leave it right here. And I'll pick it back up later. But I appreciate you all watching. Thank you guys. Gonna end the stream.